Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So, as I said, it's just about 10 minutes. And the main two
Cool.
questions I really ask is the first one, just a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your journey. I was talking to my dad, and he said you just have been through some explosive growth. And I just love to hear a little bit more insight about that. And then the main topic slash question I ask is, what would you say to your younger slash 17-year-old self? And I'm not saying to go in the past and change anything, because I know a lot of
Yeah.
people are strong believers in everything happens for a reason, and I am too,
Yeah.
so I totally understand. But maybe there's something you'd have loved to hear back then, or maybe since 17. Are there any experiences you've gone through, lessons you've learned that you like to relay onto other 17-year-olds?
Excellent. So, yes, I can cover all that. And if I miss any of it, feel free to be like, hey, can you talk a little more about this? And I'll make sure I cover all of that. So yeah, in reference to explosive growth, so I was selling real estate since 2003. And really from 2003 up until about 2013, it was very slow growth and then kind of a plateaued at a ceiling of about 10 million in real estate sales. Really what made the difference between 2013 and now 2022 has really been being coached, have accountability, and obviously have kind of a plan of where I'm going and help from people that are doing more and better than me. And I think that was the biggest thing. I think from 2003, 2013, thought I had it all figured out. I knew everything. There was no need to get advice from other people. I thought I had it all figured out, but I really didn't. At that point, and 10 million is a decent number for a realtor, but I was working way too many hours, didn't have family time, still making decent money, but it's been a game changer from being coached, being directed to follow a plan has made a big change and allowed me to really advance so quickly. So last year we did almost 130 million. So I went from 10 million to 130 million. So in that
Wow.
same time frame, I went from 0 to 10 million in approximately 10 years. The next 10 years, I went from 10 million to 130. And I think the biggest difference there is having a plan and then having somebody hold you accountable to that plan.
Yeah.
Even though we all know it. I mean, if you look at professional athletes, they're all still coached, right? They are really good. They're the best in the world, but they're still coached. So I think just having somebody that directs you, and I think it's important in every aspect of your life, whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's spiritual, whether it's fitness. I think we need somebody to help us stay on, have a plan, and then stay on track from that plan. That's what I
Yeah.
think is the biggest game changer. So really, if I look back at myself in 2003, or even myself as a 17-year-old, I would say probably have really asked more questions like you're doing of people that know more about stuff than I do, and follow that plan and instead of most 17-year-olds or 20-year-olds, it's like, I got this figured out. I know what I'm doing. Leave me alone, mom and dad. Leave me alone, coach or teacher. We almost have a chip on our shoulder and think we know everything and have our ego get in the way of being able to learn and get better. So that's really, if I went back, I would say that I wish I would have. I don't
Hi.
know. I
Sorry
don't know what
about that.
happened there. Are we back?
Yeah, it's happened a few times. I forgot to let you know that this happens. But yeah, we're in a snowstorm right now, so I think that's what's causing this. This is like the third time it's happened. It's really annoying. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. Totally, totally my bad.
No problem. So I think I was where we left off was really going back to what I would have done different, what I've learned.
Hmm.
I believe I just would have I guess reached out more, asked more questions, asked for advice from people that were better than me at all aspects of my life, from when I was 17 to that, when I started in real estate in 2003. Just really got a mentor or a coach earlier in that process instead of trying to figure it out, my own way. Just obviously a lot of us have an ego and we think we know everything, and I think that's really whenever that is in your life, I think it just stunts you from your growth once you feel that you know it all, and you're not always looking to get better. I think you're only going to go one direction, and that's the opposite way. So I think we're either moving forward or moving down. There's no way we're going to stay stagnant. It just doesn't
Sure.
happen, right? So I think we're
Hmm.
always having to look to improve ourselves in every aspect of our life, and the way to do that is to follow someone else's lead that's better than us, that knows more than us, and ask more questions. I think that's really what allows us to grow in business and in life in general. And then, the other big thing that I would say, no matter what anyone does, whether in business or whatever, I really learned back. I just got involved in more things later on in life. I think the more involvement you get in people with like-mindedness, whether it's a networking group or a group that's going to be in there to help with your mental state or your business or business growth, and no matter what it is, getting involved in more people with like-mindedness, whether it's fitness, whether it's spirituality, just getting involved in more groups. I think leaders and mentors, and then just more groups of like-mindedness. And I think that'll allow you to grow. I think the people that you surround yourself with allow you to grow. You're going to grow to that level that you're at and the people that you're involved in. So as a 17-year-old, let's say obviously hang out with really good people, hang out with really smart people, great business people, people that are, spiritual. I think all of that will allow you to grow more, and those relationships will flourish. And those will be people that are always looking out for you in life. That's kind of it in a nutshell. I would say being coached, being lead, have someone lead by example, having a mentor, and then also just get involved in more things that you enjoy, and hang out with people that have the same like-mindedness. I think those things will change your life drastically, the sooner you do that, rather than later.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, especially when you're talking about being coached, because I think it's pretty normal when you're on your own that you think you don't need a coach. But like you were saying, like sports professionals, they'll always have a coach. I was in figure skating. I never imagined, oh, there was ever going to be a time when I just didn't have a coach. My dad tells me you're super into lacrosse, and I was reading the book Hard Hat, and they're always being coached, even when they're professionals. The NFL, you always have a coach because you never know everything ever.
Exactly right. I still coach lacrosse now, but I'm always looking to get better as a coach. And I look at people
Yeah.
that know more than me in that sport. Obviously, I'm coaching real estate, but I'm always being coached by someone that's better than me.
Hmm.
I really enjoy working out. So I'm in a peer-led group. So we kind of help each other grow. But then I also go to a gym where there's a trainer that's going to help me learn new exercises and do more there. So really all aspects. Obviously, I think with spirituality, whether it's a church or a pastor, a priest, I think just having somebody that just knows more that can continue to enlighten you in every aspect of your life. I think it's super important. If not, I think we just stop growing and we go the opposite way. And I think
Yeah,
that's super, super huge. So, and then
definitely.
there's athletes that still think they know it all. And those are the ones that are not going to succeed as a player, as a team, or they might be great as a player and they just have never won a championship because they can't be that leader on a team because they're not
Yeah.
coachable and they act like they know everything. So I think that's whether again it's life or business or sports, it's all very, very, very similar. So
Yeah, definitely. And the Olympics are going on right now, and you see they always go back to their coach, even though, they're Olympians, but they still have a coach. And I think I would argue that even when you're like, especially when you're on the top, that's definitely when you need the coach the most because just you do those things on such a huge level.
yeah, exactly. And I think once you get to that huge level, I think some people just again go back to I know it all. Why do I need to, need anyone's help? And then that's when I think you see a lot of these people that will fall in their career or in sports or whatever it is, when they're not listening and getting advice from other mentors and other coaches. So
Definitely. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing a few minutes with me. I really appreciate it. And I had such a blast. Is there any last thing you'd kind of like to throw out there before I wrap it up?
that's really it. I would just say, if you're looking to improve in any aspect of your life, just find someone that is better than you at that aspect of your life. And then just obviously ask as many questions as you can. Always be looking to grow. And it will definitely change your life. And like I said, you're at 17. So if you started at 17, I started a little bit later in your life, my life, it will be a game changer for you or anyone else out there. But well, I appreciate your time, Muskan. Say
Thank you.
hello to your family for me, your
Definitely.
dad. And
Mhm.
anything else I can do for you guys, let me know, okay?
Sure. Before I hop off really quick, I just had one last question. I don't want to take up too much of your time. But yeah, I just turned 18 a few months back. And as I turn 18, I'm just kind of getting started into business. I know you are so knowledgeable in this area. I'd love to sit down with you and Tammy, just about 20 minutes. I can kind of just show something and you can just give me some critiques on just kind of my process and how to get in front of more people.
Sounds good.
Awesome. What's the best way to get on yours and Tammy's calendar?
The email is the best, just like you did last time. That'd be great.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. And I will send you this recording soon, and you can just review it if you want and let me know if you want me to keep it to ourselves or post it online, whichever is
Good. You're
comfortable.
good to go.
Okay, thank you so much. I
All right.
appreciate it.
Hopefully you can piecemeal together. I know we obviously got, two different cuts on it.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Take care. Have a great day. Wish you the best.
You too. You too.
Bye.